They called him Captain Elias Ward, a decorated American soldier who fought in Afghanistan. But what most people never knew was that Elias carried another secret identity. He was a magician, trained in the old arts by his grandmother in New Orleans. While his brothers in arms relied on rifles and armor, Elias carried a different kind of arsenal: cards etched with ancient runes, a silver coin that never tarnished, and a deck stained with his own blood. When he finally returned home to Virginia, he thought the war was behind him. But Afghanistan had left him with something far darker than just memories. In the ruins of an abandoned village, he had found a locked chest that no one else could open. Inside was a book, bound in what looked disturbingly like skin, its words crawling across the page like insects. Elias hadn't read it all, but he had read enough to change everything. Back home, strange things began to happen. His reflection in the mirror no longer matched his own. Sometimes he'd see his face covered in the dust of the desert, even as he stood in his own kitchen. His son began waking up screaming, talking about a man with glowing hands standing at the foot of his bed. His wife grew pale, whispering that she could hear voices speaking in Arabic in the dead of night. Elias knew the book was the source of this darkness. He tried to burn it, but the flames bent backward, recoiling from the leather as if it were alive. The silver coin in his pocket grew hot whenever the whispers started, and the runes on his cards would begin to glow with a menacing light. The simple magic he once used for illusions and entertainment had twisted into something terrifyingly real, something that wanted out. One evening, he found his front door wide open. His son was gone. The whispers, now louder than ever, guided him into the woods behind his house. There, beneath the cold moonlight, stood the same chest he thought he'd left buried in the sands of Afghanistan. His son was beside it, smiling with eyes that weren't his own. "Finish what you started, Captain," a voice said, coming from the boy's mouth. Elias raised his trembling hands, which were now glowing with a power he no longer controlled. In that horrifying moment, he finally understood the truth. He hadn't brought the book home. The book had brought him. The woods echoed with the sound of a deck of cards shuffling themselves, faster and faster, until the screams drowned out everything else. The town of Clearwater never saw Elias Ward again. But sometimes, on dark nights, locals swear they see playing cards fluttering across the road, faintly lit with an inner fire, whispering the names of the dead. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next dive into the unknown. See you next time.